Okay, jingle jingle, pay attention, pay attention. I said your favorite word. Dingle dangle dingle dangle.
All right, so I was just watching this video from Hens that he released about a week ago that I had missed, and he makes a very interesting statement about Huntress at about the 2 minute mark. So let's check this out because I kind of wanted to weigh in on it and kind of answer his question that he poses here. So check this out.
And Huntress Fourth, the most popular DVD killer. You know, one thing that's interesting. Huntress videos are very unpopular, but the killer's popular. Very interesting. I don't know how that works. I'm not sure why, but that's how it works. And on fifth.
So basically, you heard him. He says Huntress is super popular, but her videos are extremely unpopular. Now, he's obviously talking from experience because he's a Dead by Daylight content creator, so he has access to analytics. He can see, okay, he posts this Huntress video. Its watch time is like, 3 minutes less than normal. People click off at the 2 minute mark. People just don't click it at all. The click-through rate's bad. All sort of analytics, less comments, less likes, more dislikes, all that stuff. So he has insight into it. I can't really speak from experience, even though I'm a Huntress main, because that's pretty much all I post. So I have posted some other killers in the past, but my best videos for sure are my Huntress videos. But it did get me looking around. It must be true because other content creators don't really post that much about her. Like Otstarva's last Huntress video is probably a year, 2 years ago. Yeah, when she got that buff, that was the last one. So he does a video on her once every year, 2 years maybe, right? Hens does maybe 2 Huntress videos a year. And then you got Coco, Ralph, and Dad Bought a Shuffle, I guess, who post a video of her once every 3 to 4 months. Basically, I just kind of wanted to give my thought process behind it. Like, Spooky Loops claims to be a Huntress main, and I never believed that, till he said it, because the first 2 years of watching him, mainly he did Pig and Ghostface, so I thought he was a Pig and Ghostface main, and then he says he's a Huntress main. I'm like, he posts one Huntress video every year, you know what I mean? Now, they probably play the killer more on stream. That's obviously different. You don't have to worry about the analytics of your stream, really. Like, nobody's going to click on a Spooky Loop stream and see, oh, he's playing Huntress. I'm not interested. They're way more likely to see he's posted a Huntress video and not click on that, right? So I thought it was kind of interesting, and I think the reason why her content is so unpopular is because just the very nature of her as a killer and her power, right? So basically, it has to do with engaging the audience and keeping them watching, right? Like,
Jingle, jingle,
I can
jingle.
tell from my own analytics, the more editing you do, the more likely people are to stay. Like, if you have subtitles that are, bouncing up and down, you have super bright, flashy colors, you have a bunch of random loud sound effects, you have a lot of quick, snappy transitions, a bunch of like Markiplier was doing, where he's jingling the keys in front of the viewer to keep their attention.
Oh, dingle
A
dangle
lot of
dingle
people
dingle
will
jingle
watch
jangle.
those
It's okay.
videos,
Look
right?
at the shiny.
That's how people get a lot of, viewers and a lot of subscribers. They have this hyper editing to keep the viewer stimulated so they don't click off. And certain killers just do that naturally. Like Blight. Blight's a really good example. Blight, your B-roll footage, if you're a Blight main, he's just running around in the background, slamming into walls, ricocheting off things, doing J-flicks and things like that. Very fast, very erratic gameplay.
Jingle,
Same
jingle,
with
jingle.
Wesker. He's got his dashes and things like that. Legion, even, because he's moving fast, vaulting pallets, slashing people super quick. Meanwhile, Huntress, her gameplay is pretty much antithetical to all of that. It's very slow. It's very meticulous. There are mind games, but there's less mind games. The kills happen at a distance. You're landing snipes cross map. And while people do find that, skillful and interesting, it's definitely not going to hold people's attention as much as, say, just Blight. Like, if you have a goated Huntress playing and she's, downing people cross map consistently, and then you have somebody who's like mediocre at Blight, people are way more likely to watch Blight, I feel like, just because his gameplay is just more like stimulating to attention spans. It's very erratic, it's very fast paced, there's a lot happening, and there's a lot going on. And then whereas other niche killers that don't have as big of a following, like Ghostface or Pig maybe, who are way less popular than Huntress, those videos still do better, and those channels dedicated to those killers probably still do better because that's obviously more niche. There's probably like 1 to 2 ghost-faced YouTubers. So, you know, all the ghost-faced mains are going to go to those two content creators. Whereas if you have somebody like Huntress, who's got like 15 content creators, you know, if somebody's already subscribed to one Huntress content creator, they're probably not going to subscribe to like another 10, you know what I mean? If that makes sense. A bit intrigued by it. I think he knows the answer, but he just said, you know, he was confused about how that works. But yeah, I mean, I guess I have noticed it a little bit. Like Coco did that 1v8 challenge where he killed all 8 survivors by himself with AFK Wraith, and he got like 300,000 views. Obviously, he's already got like 200,000 subscribers, so that's a huge help. But when I did it, I did it 3 times, and I got like 20 views on it. So it could just be, even though it's the same exact thing, it could just be Huntress just isn't that popular, and nobody's going out of their way looking for it. Meanwhile, Coco's video took off because he's got those 200,000 subscribers, and then they were like, wow, this is crazy. And then, you know, it took off like that. So it is very interesting. Like I said earlier, I'm kind of reiterating myself, but I notice a lot of content creators do not post very much content about her at all whatsoever. It is very rare to get people who post a lot of videos about her. Like I said, the vast majority of people who main her and only play her will post a video like once every like 6 months. You know, they're streaming more often than not anyways, I guess. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to talk about that and shed some light on why I think she might not be that popular of killer to watch, even though she's the most popular to play. So yeah, that does it for this one. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys think her gameplay loop is boring to watch. Let me know if you guys would rather watch like Blight or Wesker or something like that. I'm definitely a Huntress main, but I still wanted to make a channel about other killers, like about everybody, because that's just the best chances of your content going anywhere, is if you can play every killer and cover every killer and make videos about every killer, because that it's just way more variety. But I just play Huntress way too much. So yeah, that is it for this one. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, that good stuff. I'll see you guys in the next one.